What's up, everyone? It's Matt Mrozik, aka MVM397, and I believe this is work in progress number 5 on the 172nd Jagd Doga Commission I've been working on. So I haven't done a YouTube video in a while, but I did a live broadcast the other day of kind of putting a leg together, which took, just to put the leg together after cleaning the parts, took 2 hours. So everything has been test fitted and cleaned up to the point where I'm ready to start putting primer on it. So this will be a relatively quick video. I have a bunch of pieces in my tub here, over here. This is where I put all the pieces to be cleaned. So missing a bunch of little pieces, but all the major pieces are on. I don't have the bottom leg armors on right now because until I get paint on the kit, the thickness of the primer and the paint will help hold those on. And my client wanted the armor removable, so that'll be this should be relatively easy to take off. The two pieces, or the 4 pieces that are hard to stay on, are these guys right here. There's really no way to pin them. So I'm hoping that after I get all the paint and primer on, that they'll stay on. They're staying on pretty good right now, but I blue tack on them. So I'm thinking by the time I get the thickness of the primer and the paint on this piece in the inner frame, that they'll stay on pretty easily. So you can see that I got the arms all test fitted. I spent last night and this morning quite a bit of time getting those cleaned up and fitted. Those are looking good. I got these shoulder pieces all done, all test fitted, with all the fin funnels test fitted and everything. And now these do come out and they kind of work kind of like a master grade fin funnel, but it's really not. I don't think they were designed to like take off and open up, because it's a really tight fit. And by the time you paint them and everything, they'll be like impossible to move. So just like on the first one I didn't worry about them like being able to take off and open up and stuff. But just like the first one, this is actually a really nice kit. G-System did a really good job of utilizing the perfect grade Zaku frame and just using the strong points of it, which basically are all the joints. So it's a very sturdy kit. I could pick this whole thing up with one hand. It's not going to come apart. It's very stable. It's leaning forward just a little bit right now on the ankles, but it's no big deal. But I have it on this rotating base so I can work around it, and it's held up very well. So it's looking good. I have one little part break off down here that I gotta glue back on, but it's no big deal. Got the gun pinned and got the hands together. On the first one I just went ahead and used the perfect grade hands all together, but on this one, I don't know why they give you resin pieces for, I know they give you a resin piece for this hand because it's got 2 pegs that go into the gun, which is really awesome because it will hold the gun very well. I don't have to, you're not relying on the fingers to hold the gun and the weight. So I wish that all the kits were like that, where they had pegs or like a tab that would tab into the hand, so you're not relying on the fingers to hold the gun, because they're not strong enough to hold all that weight. So you need something to stick in there, or you have to pin it or add a magnet, but they've already done it for you on this kit, so it's very well designed. This is a great kit. I'm selling the one that I have in my collection because, like I said, this is my second one I've built. And although it's a great kit, I'm kind of sick of building it. It's a lot of time, but it looks fantastic. The one I did last year, I think, is my best mech build to date. I think it's even better than my 160th Sazabi I did a few years back. I think just overall, the finish on it and the color scheme is really cool. So this will be nice. So after this gets all painted, I'll go and I'll paint some of the details of the frames and stuff, and I'll make it look real nice, so that way when my client, if he wants to take like the armor off on one side or both sides, he can, and you can see the frame. So as far as what you can expose with the armor off, pretty much what you see here on the leg, you can take this piece and these 2 sides piece off, and all the top armor, which will expose the entire internal of the leg. On the arms, you're a little more limited as far as what you can take off. Really, the only parts, I guess you could technically take all this off, which I've made that removable, and you can take the top part off. So as far as exposing the frame, the only part that you can expose are the arms and the legs. There is some detail within here that if you take all of this off you can see, but I'm gonna glue this part on, just like I did with the first one, and this part back in here, because that really holds the torso together, and that needs to be really solid. So in order to see the detail, like in the shoulder joint, basically you would take this off and then take this top part off, so you can expose that. And then there's a little this little flap up here can lift up, so you can kind of see in here. Get some light on it. You'll be able to see like in here all the detail and stuff. I'll paint it and stuff, but again, it's not real noticeable. But once there's paint on there, you'll be able to see all the kind of cool details and stuff in there. So you can see here that again they utilize this part of the perfect grade, which does a really good job. Once this is all glued in, this does a real good job of holding the arm. It's very steady. It does have some limitations as far as everyone's always asked me about articulation on these kits, and I don't judge a kit based on articulation, because I'm not going to play with it after I'm done with it. I get the guys that are basically snappers and they just want to pose their kit over and over and over again. That's fine because there's no paint on it. But once these things are painted, it's pretty easy to screw that up. So as far as articulation goes, this has a little bit of motion forwards and backwards like this, which you do need because the shoulder armor interferes with the backpack, so you have to bring that shoulder forward just a little bit. There's no up and down movement right here. That's locked into place. You get a little bit right here, and then you get some motion here, and you can rotate the arm. You can rotate here and here. So the legs bend all the way if you want to. You could get this thing up on a stand somehow, and you could bend the legs. The torso rotates a little bit, not too much. But it's a really good kit. It's really nice, and it looks badass. It's one of, I think, G-System's best kits. As far as G-System kits go, as far as the ones I've built, their best kit by far so far that I've built is the 1/72 high nu conversion kit. It fits very well. I love the way it looks. Lots of detail. Now I have the shield here, and I tried to put it on earlier, but the arm fell apart because it's a lot of weight. And I'll try to put it on right now. And since I don't have this interior part glued yet, because I won't be able to take it apart to paint, this may not hold up, so we'll see. There's simply tabs in here, and I installed a magnet there and a magnet here. Let's see if this wants to stay on or if it'll fall off. Well, that's stuck in pretty good there. This will get glued on eventually, but actually I could probably glue that on now if I wanted to. Yeah, let me do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that because no, it's solid. So let's do that real quick. This doesn't matter if it's glued before painting. Alright, so I'm gonna let that sit up for a second, and I'll see if I can get the shield on there for you. Show what that looks like. Just put some glue and zip kicker on there, and it should. Now the shield did need some work to get this to fit together right. Oops, dropping my pin vise. I had to clamp this all down together, and right now it's still a little loose, but of course it's gonna get glue later. I had to this part was too flat. I had to bend it and curve it this way to get to fit a little bit better. But now it's fitting much better. Once it's glued, it's fine. As far as cleanup, the shield is probably one of the worst areas as far as cleanup goes. The mold line was pretty bad all the way around. I've got some bubbles I've got to fix. That after I shoot primer on this, I'm going to worry about bubbles because then they'll all pop out. But it'll look good in the end. So we'll see if this arm will hold this up right now. Like I said, it may not. All right, so far so good. And this can go on. Next. Now this may fall off. Let's see. Doing pretty good. Hasn't fallen off yet. So there you go. So there it is. The only thing I don't have on here is the head. Just I haven't magnetized it yet, but there he is. All test fitted minus the head right now, and he looks really good. So the next step is I'm going to tear this sucker down today and put in some purple power, and then I'll throw a primer on it this week, and that'll pretty much mark the halfway point in this build. And I'm still thinking a color scheme. Oh, there he goes. Well, good thing I'm going to take him apart. I'm still thinking about color scheme. My client's giving me free reign to do what I want, so I'm kind of thinking a yellow color scheme. I don't know, but so I just knocked them over, obviously, as you can see. So I can start throwing these pieces in this tub because they need to get. I'll put these in purple powder today and let them soak overnight. But before I break anything, I'm going to sign off and say thanks for watching as always. The next video I'll have them in primer, and I'll probably do one more test fitting after primer to see if there's any other areas I need to work on. But right now everything's fitting really well. I've got a bunch of stuff just kind of stuck together with blue tack at the moment, but he's getting there. Put quite a bit of time in this week on him, but so I have to sign off now so I can take this apart because his feet fell apart and everything. But as always, thanks for watching. It's Matt Mrozik, aka MVM397, signing off. Catch you guys next time.